Colorado, the hometown for the Nuggets for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines.
Nice night.
So the Bucks win the tip. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Monroe in at the center, locking down the middle. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Monroe's got the first points up on the board here for the Bucks.
And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, plays hard, but he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Chandler dishes to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. The general off target from three-point range.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Parker, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Well, going back to Michael Carter Williams, he is a polarizing prospect. For example, Greg, and you played the position, he gives you a lot of assists, but he also averages over 4 turnovers a game. That was just last year.
Yeah, that's true, and he gives you plenty of rebounds and steals as well, but sometimes the shot also, Kevin, not necessarily where you'd like it to be. At times he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. This guy just really struggled, but the talent is there. It's just going to take some time for him to mature, and the jury's really still out on him.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Clock is at 3, and Randy Foye gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Parker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
And that is good. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Now here's Carter Williams. Defense right on him.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit, and it's still early. They'll have to play smart, or they could give up a lot of free throws. Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
Carter Williams hits them both. On the subject of Michael Carter Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing he can't seem to lock down is his shooting stroke.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field. You expect more out of him at this stage. But remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well.
Here's the general. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. The general's got 5.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Down low, here's Parker. Some solid defense from Faried.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Kept alive.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Parker against Faried, and it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That free throw missing. And Jabari Parker, as a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Tries it from 9. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Martin's checked in for Denver.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really two different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Boudier is checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Vasquez in for Chris Middleton. Now here's Carter Williams. 6 points for him. Snatched up. Parker uses the glass to finish the layup. Parker's got 5 now.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And Henson sends it back. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
And they've made an effort to get to the line here in the first half, guys, and it's starting to pay off.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow, that's right. Now Vasquez following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay from deep. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. The rebound by Wilson Chandler.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down. Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Bucks leading by 5. Outside Mayo launches it. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Mayo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them. Yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Bayless is checked in. The Nuggets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Shoots it up. And again, Denver no good. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
The Bucks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. That's good from Vasquez on the assist by Henson.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
Now here's Moutier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Feeds to Mayo. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Here is Bayless. Back to Mayo. This one for three. Here's Henson. And the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Milwaukee on top, leading by 14. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
That's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
Fareed and Nurkic in the middle. Filling out the wings, it's Foy and Gallinari. And it's the general in at the point guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. The shot misses. Well, the Bucks made huge strides as a team last season. Greg, most of it came from them establishing themselves as a top-tier defensive team.
And, Kevin, as you know, that's really where it starts for all the elite teams. And the Bucks defensively were very strong. You look at the metrics that measure a lot of the defensive categories. Bucks finished with the second-best defensive rating in the NBA.
And the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Middleton's got his second basket of the game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Fareed. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
The first free throw is good. Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level? Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far maybe that could end up being the best fit.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The Nuggets trail by 16. Nurkic setting the pick for Nelson. Now, here is Foy. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 5. The high post shot. The shot misses. Great D that time from Middleton. Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. Now here's Monroe, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
The general is checked in for Jameer Nelson. Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Monroe. Denver grabs the miss.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
No luck. And Milwaukee the other way now.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Carter Williams with the bucket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Here's the general. 9 points in the game so far. And now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. From the arc. That's good. The general's got 12.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup. And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Bucks leading by 15. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo.
Yeah! That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
Hey,
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Shoots from the high post. That's good. 14 points for the general. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach. But I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
The Bucks have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
That one goes. Count it.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
1:43 left in the second quarter. Mayo, and that's for 2. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Here's the general. He's got 17. The three-pointer, no good. Bucks leading by 16. Mayo dishing to Henson. The shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
And Fareed kicks to Barton. Out to the wing. Here's the general. And he's way off from outside.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
The Nuggets trail by 16. Fareed the pass to Hickson. Here's the general. Shoots a fader. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Mayo dishing to Carter Williams. Back to Mayo. Here's Henson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Henson's got 6.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Bucks lead by 18. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Starting with Kenny, your take.
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
We saw a strong quarter of play for the general. He's got 19 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
The Nuggets trail by 18.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Monroe in at the 5 spot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end, too, something that's rare for them, hitting the open shot and the mid-range shot and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
Now here's Carter Williams over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Fires from 14, and the basket good. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points. The Nuggets really having a tough go here. Shoots a fader, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Parker left side. He tries for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Here's the general. Misses in close. And here is Carter Williams. 11 points in the game. From 13, Parker's shot is off.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Took him no time at all on that one. That's now 26 points for the general.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Timeout called the Bucks. The Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Milwaukee. Here is Bayless. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Parker right side, uncovered, and that one's good. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18 is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
You can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
So it's Denver now. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. Pass to Fareed. Chandler outside. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And the Nuggets with some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Chandler. And it's Mudiay in for the general. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And Gallinari kicks to Nurkic. Foy from long range. Poked away. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Bucks ball.
Milwaukee leading by 13.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Rebounded by the Bucks. Monroe's got his 3rd rebound tonight. That's tipped. Here is Bayless. Fareed defending. Bayless's shot is off.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Here is Bayless. Following the basket by Emmanuel Mudiay. Middleton on the wing. Mudiay kicks to Foye. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Foye's got his first basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outside. Passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Hickson comes in for Kenneth Faried, and Barton subbed in for Randy Foye. The Bucks also changing it up. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Parker, and it's Vasquez in for Chris Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, Vasquez, man, what an example of tremendous passing skill.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Kicks it to Nurkic. That's good.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Bucks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Misses from short range.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down, a perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17, also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
Here is Bayless. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Clock at 6. From the top of the key, good. And the Bucks lead by 11. Nuggets have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17, also 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
Here's Barton. No scoring yet from him, but a change. Denver calls timeout.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
The general is checked in for Denver. John Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Jared Bayless. Here's the general, and he has 28 points for the game. Count that one. The general's gotten 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Nuggets. Carter-Williams kicks to Henson. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams. 8 points now for Henson.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And that one's good.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Here's Vasquez. Just knocked down the buzzer beater.
They've got it to double digits as we get set for the final quarter. That 3 has them fired up.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Bucks on top, up by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Milwaukee leading by 10. Faried and Nurkic in the middle. The general is out there with 4. And it's Chandler in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Nurkic with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last. Denver's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Here's the general. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Nurkic with it. Pass to the general. Fader on the way. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Nurkic with the steal. There's the dish to Foy. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Foy's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Nuggets. Bucks leading by 8. Middleton outside. Henson, a screen on Chandler. Middleton, the pass to Henson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Vasquez. And we've seen it all, guys. The Nuggets have been in free fall the last couple years. Part of that is their play at home, where GA, they used to be invincible.
You remember back in the day, Kevin, I mean, one of the most difficult places to play was in Denver. I mean, you're dealing with the thin air, but that hasn't been the case here of late.
George Karl just prided his team on what they did at home. For the finish.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Stolen by Henson. Now Middleton. And Randy Foy gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Henson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Monroe, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Carter Williams. Got a piece of it. Middleton dishes to Parker. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Another steal.
Yeah, the lead dwindling quickly here now as the turnovers have robbed them of their momentum.
Poor decisions have led to 4 points given away, and that number will continue to grow until they sharpen and tighten things up out there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That will be foul number 5 on him. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Chandler with the steal.
This lead is starting to crumble.
It's going to disappear if they continue with the turnovers. And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Now here's Carter Williams. D right on him. Parker against Fareed. Parker kicks to Carter Williams. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's 13 points for Michael Carter Williams.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Craig Monroe with the rebound.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Carter Williams. He's got 13 points and 6 assists.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Nuggets trail by 8. Fires for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely. Nuggets running out of time. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Fareed the pass to the general. And again, Denver no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Carter Williams with it. Now Chandler defending. Stolen by Fareed. To the middle. It's tipped. 4. And the layup's good off the glass.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're up by 8. 1:03 left in the game. .103 left in the fourth. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, he'll head to the line for 2. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 9.
What a game for Parker. He's got 10 rebounds, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
And the Bucks, they're shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Antetokounmpo kicks to Carter Williams, and it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Monroe. John Henson comes in for Parker. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Chris Middleton.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Mayo, that's good.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road.
Can't get the ball crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level I thought was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Chris Copeland's checked in for Milwaukee. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And again, Denver no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Mayo into the lane, and the call will be against Jameer Nelson. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And both free throws good for O.J. Mayo. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Nelson. Passes to Moutier. Nelson kicks to Hickson. Stolen by Henson. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Carter Williams.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
Well, they defended him very aggressively tonight, and he turned that against him. Boy, he got himself to the foul line about 100 times tonight. I'm tired of watching people shoot free throws.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.